Hey Vembuli, whether you hit me or I hit you, the damage is going to be for me, so I'll better surrender. Hi, hello, vanakkam and welcome. This is Soundarya Adimuthu from the Federal. Today we are in conversation with John Kokken, aka the Vembuli himself from Sarpatta Parambarai movie, but technically he's from Idiappa Parambarai. So first of all, huge congratulations, sir. It was a terrific performance. You just nailed it.
Thank you so much, Soundarya.
Yeah, so let's start. How are you? How's life after Sarpatta Parambarai?
To be very honest, life before Sarpatta Parambarai was normal. Life after Sarpatta Parambarai is crazy. It's crazy, and I'm so overwhelmed. I'm still trying to soak in everything. I haven't got time to just sit and just soak it in. But all I can say is I'm really grateful for all the love that I'm receiving. I'm grateful to my director Ranjit sir, to such an amazing co-star Arya, to all the people who have believed that I could accomplish this one day, and especially to my one special person, Tala Ajit sir. So this film is very special to me. So I'm just grateful to everybody.
Absolutely. So, and tell us about the journey from John Kokken to Vembuli. Like, how did he get into this movie, and especially this character? Because Vembuli is like literally the main villain. He's hyped up so much more than the hero, right? So, tell us about getting into this character.
See, where I met Ranjit sir thanks to my co-actor Santosh Pratap. He's also acting in this film as Raman. So me and Santosh had worked in a web series called Police Diary 2.0. It is streaming on Z5. So we both met during that shoot, and I think one of the days he came to the shoot and he said, bro, I've referred your name for a very big film, and I have a feeling that it's going to work, and I've got a very good feeling about it. So I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, okay, bro, cool. Okay, and let's see. And then I get a call after 2 days from Ranjit sir's office, and Ranjit sir's assistant assistant director Jenny calls me, and she says, I'm calling from Ranjit sir's office. So we want you to come down, and we have a meeting, and so that we want to explain the character properly. And I said, okay, fine. And I was in my mind. The Ranjit sir in my mind was the Ranjit sir who's directed Atakati, Madras, Kabali, Kala. So I'm thinking in my head, big. Santosh said it's something big. I've got a call. I wonder what it will be. I was curious, anxious. Then I went and met Ranjit sir, and then Ranjit sir, told me that. I think I remember Ranjit sir. Ranjit sir offered me coconut water in the office because he knew that he's calling somebody who's into fitness. So he didn't offer me normal water. He offered me coconut water. And then he said, okay, John, no, Padapura Padam, boxing. So you have to look like a boxer. And I want you to bulk up, because that time I was a little lean. So he said, I want you to bulk up, and I want you to train for the film. And then I want to see you first in the character. First, I want to see whether you can actually do it. So if you look at my past, all the movies that I've done are all like blink and miss roles. Some people don't even remember, It was those kind of roles. So for Ranjit sir to kind of feel convinced that I could, John Kokken could do Vembuli, it took some time. So I had to put in that extra effort in terms of my transformation, in terms of playing that boxer, and then go in front of him for the final test, and then finally get selected.
Exactly. I was actually wanting to talk to you about the training process, because for someone like me, seeing someone work out is so tiring and exhaustive. So tell me, how did you get into this look? Because it's not just about hitting the gym and being fit, right? It's something beyond to look like a boxer. True. So how was the training process like? How rigorous was it?
It was very rigorous, and it wasn't easy. Because I didn't have much time. As far as I can recollect, I just had barely 2.5 months. And in that time, I had to just prepare myself like a proper boxer, and I had to move like a boxer. I had to punch like one. Everything had to look convincing. So the character that I play, I had to act with a lot of conviction that I am a boxer. And the whole thing about acting is people should feel like I am a real boxer. That was the idea. So it wasn't easy because there was a lot of physical strain on my body in terms of workout, boxing for 2 hours and gym for 2 hours. So it was painful. In fact, like Muhammad Ali used to say, I hated every minute of my training. It's something like that I went through. So, but when I see the movie finally, I know every day my body was sore, I was in pain. There were times I would be so tired, I would be irritated. I've had bad days with my wife, I've had fights. But when I see the film, when it's come out and see all the love and recognition, I feel it was all worth it.
Exactly, and now the movie is like celebrated and you are celebrated, Vembuli is celebrated, so I think it all paid off, right?
Absolutely. In fact, a big thank you to one of the biggest new age marketing, the marketing guys, the meme makers, the trollers, who have literally spread the word. You guys have made some memes amazing. Ni Mookle Sali, ni Vembuli Ella Mookle Sali, then Bidi Tata, and those kind of memes are trending. So they're one of the biggest. I think the memes have spread, and I genuinely want to thank all the meme makers. The way you guys have promoted this film, I want you guys to. In fact, I want to request you guys to help each of the filmmakers promote the whole message about the film in a very funny way. I have loved a lot of meme makers, so thank you for that.
You don't have to say it because our meme makers are already on a spree in celebrating the movies.
So. Oh, and one more thing, this film Sarpatta Parambarai, although if you look at it, it was released only as Tamil and Telugu. Okay, it came on OTT as Tamil and Telugu. But you'd be surprised, on my Instagram or on my Facebook Messenger, I have messages from people from US, Singapore, Malaysia, UK, Canada, Bangladesh, Pakistan.
Wow.
That's the reach of the film. So it's, if you literally say, they say a cinema beyond borders. That's what this film has done. So what Ranjit sir has done is he's created a masterpiece. And this has spoken volumes. I have messages from some amazing dialogue writers in Bollywood. They've messaged me and said, John, we loved your performance. And the reach of the film is global. I mean, people don't see Sarpatta Parambarai as a Tamil film. Now it's viewed as an Indian film. That's the power. It's surpassed any kind of boundaries in terms of language or in terms of anything. It's like it's cinema at its best and it's beyond borders.
Exactly. And talking about boxing sequence specifically, because boxing is a contact sport, it cannot be like taken as a regular action scenes where dishum they pretend like they are hitting each other. You have to hit the opponent in order for it to look realistic. So tell us about that.
Ranjit sir is a perfectionist. He doesn't settle for anything less. If he wants it this way, he wants it that way. There are no two ways about it. So, I mean, in all my years as an actor, I've mostly played negative roles. So, never have I ever touched a hero. That's like a big no. For the first time, I'm doing a film and the director says you have to punch the hero. It was definitely not an easy thing for me to convince myself that I can do it. And also, I had this fear, what if I do something and something happens to the hero? What if I'm held accountable for it? What if this becomes my last film after that? I had all those things running in my head, but then what happened was the best thing. Then Arya said, no bro, chill, just do it, it's okay. That kind of support, that kind of encouragement is what I really value, and I think I'm really grateful. I'm grateful to Arya for being such an amazing guy. There's a reason why he's called as a man with a golden heart. So probably this is the reason. And because of him, I could do it. Otherwise, I could have never imagined punching him. And when people send me messages like, I have messages which says, bro, veritharama irukku bro, samma irukku bro, kola mass bro, vera level bro, mersala irukku bro, unga padam 10 tharam paathe bro. When I see these messages, I think I could not have achieved this without Arya's encouragement, without Arya's support. So I'm really grateful to Arya for it. I mean, people have, especially the climax fight, people have praised it. And my wife Pooja has watched that climax fight at least 20 to 30 times. And each time she watches it, she jumps up, in excitement. So
So I must say, I think I watched it more than that.
Oh,
because
really?
awesome. The entire fight was so realistic, in fact. So,
It is real. Every punch that we've had is real. And in fact, apart from Arya also, with Santosh Pratap, I have a fight. In fact, I have punched him and I think I had cut one of his eyebrows or something. So, but the, those are things I can never forget because I had to do it, and then when it happens, I feel terrible about it. Every time I've punched, be it Sai Tamil also, who plays Miran, with whom I have the first fight. After every punch, after every action thing, I would go and say, I'm sorry, bro. Are you okay? Are you okay? Because it was a different experience. This movie is a crazy experience in itself.
and I think I want to follow up on that. Everybody on screen has seen you as a rustic villain characters where you look like a monster. I'm sorry, but you really look like a monster. But off screen, I heard from everybody in the Sarpatta sets that you are literally a cutie kid trapped inside a big muscular body. So tell us, how do you pull this off?
See, nothing like that. All I can say is I'm an actor. I'm just supposed to bring out whatever character the director wants at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, I'm just like you only, Sandhya. I'm just another human. The only difference is I act for a living, and this is what you do for a living. That's the only difference. Other than that, we are all same. We're just humans.
But I think as an actor, you're just multifold. Your performance is just multifold.
One of the main credits for my performance as Vembuli in Sarpatta goes to Ranjit sir. Among all the films that I have done till date, I think this film has literally brought out the actor in John Kokken. And I've said this in a lot of interviews that I've given recently that I think from after Sarpatta onwards, I'm going to be recognized more as John Kokken Vembuli, the Tamil actor. And it's a matter of pride for me because I have worked in almost 5 languages, including Hindi, and never have I ever got a role like this because a lot of people probably thought that I was not capable enough of taking on bigger roles. They thought probably, you never know. But Ranjit sir had that trust in me, and he literally, it was a gamble for him, to give such a big character to me. And for me, it was a big challenge that, that he's entrusted such a big character, and I have to live it up. So I tried my best in terms of be it the physical transformation or be it whatever he said. I went to the set with an empty head. Whatever he said is what I did. There is nothing I have contributed apart from here little bit. Everything is what he has guided me. And when I see the film being appreciated, when I see people saying, you've done a great performance, I would give that credit, in terms of my performance to my director for giving me the role of a lifetime.
Absolutely, sir. And specifically talking about dialogues, you're not a native Tamil speaker. And top of that, you need to pick up a North Madras slang, and you're acing it to perfection. Like, how did that happen? Were you like a max, 7th standard kid memorizing max formula, A squared plus B squared?
So, 2 things about it. See, I'm good in memorizing. You give me Spanish, you give me Italian, you give me French lines, I'll by heart it. You give me 10 minutes, I'll by heart it, and I'll tell you exactly how it is. Second thing is, the voice that you hear in the film is not my voice. A lot of people don't know it. My character Vembuli was dubbed by this amazing actor called Harish Uttaman. So if you listen to Harish Uttaman talk and me talk, we both sound more or less similar. Okay, so as far as dubbing goes, I wanted to dub for it because I had slogged my beep for this. And I was very keen, and I went to the dubbing studio also, and I remember the co-writer Tamil Prabha saying, see John, நீங்க பண்ண கேரக்டர் நல்லா வந்துருச்சு, ஏன்னா தப்பா நான் டப் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா அது கேரக்டர் போயிடும். So I felt a little sad. Oh my God, this is the biggest role of my lifetime and I can't dub for it. I don't know how it's going to come out. But having said that, when I saw the film, the night that it released, when I saw the film, I realized I could have never done that. Like, I'm so glad I didn't dump for it. So, and I'm very, very happy that Harish Uttaman dubbed for it. I'm so grateful to Harish. In fact, I say this, as an actor, if if acting is 100%, what you see on the screen, 50% is only what I've done in terms of my performance. 50% is what he has done in the dubbing studio, because whatever emotions I have felt, whatever dialogues I have said, whatever mood with which I said it, he matched up to it. When I say matched means he made like the 50 and 50 like a perfect 100. It's because of that today people love Vembuli. So a part of the fame and the credit that I have for Vembuli definitely goes to Harish Uttaman. So Harish Uttaman, if you ever happen to see this interview, please remember that, or rather please know that I will always be grateful to you, because Vembuli is very special to me, and I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life, brother.
Definitely. And now I know that Pooja ma'am is here, but I want you to answer this with 100% honesty. So did you secretly regret that you don't have a romantic scene or song in the movie?
No, nothing like that. To be very honest, my character Vembuli definitely had a backstory. I think there was some scene where I have some small dialogues with my wife, and I had 2 kids in the movie. But I think owing to the length of the film, that part had to be edited. I don't regret not having any love scene or anything. I mean, I'm just an actor. I'm just happy with whatever role came my way. But having said that, there is an actress called Vijayashree who played my wife in the film, and she's there only in that one scene where Taniga comes, and she comes out just to see, and then I say, then no, nothing. So, but I think she had one more scene after that where she had a bit of a small dialogue and all. So I want Vijayashree to know that, I really appreciate you. You're an amazing actor, and I pray that you do get more opportunities after this.
Definitely, sir. And because you're so grateful about opportunities, and because I was stalking your Instagram for a long time, and I see that you're extremely grateful to people or opportunities that has come your way. You post regularly, and also you specifically mentioned about your favorite advice and how you cling to it, and that kind of transformed your life for better. So tell us about that.
Okay, if you're talking about Ajit sir, let me be more specific. My first Tamil film was Osti. So when I was cast for Osti, I thought my life is going to change. I think I'm going to get more offers, and I had this thing in my head. Oh my God, that's it. That's it. John Kokken has arrived. Film comes out, it's a dud. Nobody calls me. I'm of course disappointed, but then I think, okay, fine. Let's see what next. Then I get a second call for a second Tamil film called Veeram. So in my mind, before I started acting, I have this ad filmmaker in Kerala called Sleeba Varghese. So in those days, this is much before I started acting, he would tell me that, John, you should get into movies, you have such an amazing personality, and he would get me this DVD. So I think he had bought me some 100, 200 DVDs, okay. In those DVDs, the very first film of Ajit sir that I had seen was Billa. Okay, so and then after that I had watched Mankata. So now in my head, I have this image of Ajit sir, this cool, stylish, and his larger than life persona. And then I go to Veeram, the first day of set, when I enter the set and Ajit sir is sitting and I can see, and I'm actually nervous and I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to say, okay, hi, my name is, morning, sir. Sir, hi. I'm rehearsing all these things while I'm walking towards him, okay? Then he just sees me walking, and he gets up, and then he takes one step to me, and then he says, hi, I'm Ajit Kumar. I said, I didn't know what to say. I'm thinking, I was rehearsing all the lines in my head, and now I'm shocked, I'm blank. And I said, sir, I know who you are, sir, please. No, how are you? And welcome. He said, welcome. He said, welcome to me. And I'm a nobody. I was so touched. And then he asked me this beautiful question. Did you eat? Did you eat your breakfast? I said, no, sir, I've just come. Please go eat, then come. We'll talk. He said, so much love, so much concern for a nobody like me is something that has always stayed in my heart. And I think I spent some 15 days shooting with him, and in those 15 days, we would sit and he would talk about his love for racing, his love for bikes, his career, how the experiences in his career, how they were, ups and downs and how he coped up with it and all. It was so inspiring. And then he would always say this, "Ella Neranda, John. It's just about time. You just have to wait for your time, and don't just have a dream. You have a dream. You work towards that dream. You know, you make yourself capable of fulfilling that dream." I think I learned some of the best life lessons in those 15 days, you know. And whatever I learned in those 15 days is what has probably kept me going all these years. So I think Viram came out in somewhere in 2012. After that, now we are in 2021, Sarpatta has come out. So what he said has actually kept me motivated to go through life as an actor, despite, the what you call the umpteen number of rejections that I have faced and the opportunities that I have missed. But the fact that my time will come, the advice kept ringing in my head forever and ever and ever and ever. So that kept me going, and probably it's because of that I looked the part when I was cast for Sarpatta, and I landed up. And the very first thing, in fact, after I saw Sarpatta was that night after I saw the film, I didn't know how to react. My wife had tears in her eyes. I was just thinking. I was just sitting there for a few moments and thinking, all these years I waited. All these years, almost 11 years I waited for this one film. There were people who have insulted me saying, he can't act. He's, there are movies where I did and I signed up for bigger roles and then the roles were chopped off. So many things have happened, and but despite whatever, today I finally have that one role, and that one role has literally launched John Kokken as an actor. So in all in that in that journey as an actor, so many people have said so many things, but there is this one person who said, you'll make it, John. It was just a matter of time. That one person's advice is probably that the only thing that I was hoping for in all these years, that for that one person to say that, John, you'll make it. And that kept me going. So after the film release on 22nd, I put a video for my wife, and then the second post I put was for Ajit sir. And I dedicated my character Vembuli to him. And that was a very heartfelt message. Whatever I wrote was literally whatever I felt, I got very emotional, and that was my way of saying thank you. And on that same day, getting a call from him, it just, my joy knows no bounds. I'm overjoyed, and I'm so grateful. He's such a humble guy. So I can. There's so much to learn from somebody like him. I'm so lucky to have met him in this life. For him to guide me in the right way, and to even at this stage, and after the film is released, he takes time out from his busy schedule to call me and say, "I heard about your film. I heard about your character. Very good, John. Keep going. I didn't do anything, John. Nothing. Why you giving me credit? I didn't do anything. You only did, John. It's your hard work. It's your effort." That's humility, man. That's humility. That's why I am grateful. What I have seen, it's like, what they say in English, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's something like that.
Absolutely.
There are things I've learned from him, and I try to practice. I can never be like him, but I aspire to become somewhat like him.
Exactly. And because Vembuli is, I know how special it is to you, and it is special to us as well, because it's not a typical villain that just goes and thrashes the hero, just to take revenge. He's a very nuanced character. He established some amazing sportsmanship, because even towards the climax, if the dancing rose would be appreciating you for playing a fair game. He would laud you for putting up a good fight, even though you lost the match. So it's a very nuanced villain character. It's not a typical villain. So I think that kind of made everyone love Vembuli. So tell us about how important or special Vembuli is to you.
Again, the credit for the character that the audience has liked, the Vembuli, is purely Ranjit sir's creation. The character Vembuli is Ranjit sir's creation. The graph of the character, everything is Ranjit sir. The way he's designed the character. I remember meeting Ranjit sir and he telling me that, "John, I'm casting for this character." He said, "I'm not casting for a villain. This is not a villain. I know that you've done villain. you've always played it, but I am not looking for a villain. I am just looking for this character. And so when he told me, to work on my body and everything, he was never looking for a villain. He was only looking for a character. And then he said, even during the shoot also, there were times when I would, by default, so many years I've just been doing that, screaming, ooh, and all. He would say, no, John, relax. Not even John. He would call me like, Vembuli, Vena, Vembuli, Vembuli, ni villain illa Vembuli, ni villain illa. Okay, adella Vena. So he would make sure that, every scene, every dialogue, I was in character. And not once, would he settle for anything less than what he had in mind. So the whole character was designed entirely by him. Whatever love, appreciation for the good Vembuli, the good side of Vembuli, despite playing such a fierce opponent, is just purely Ranjit sir's creation. I'm just an actor who fit the bill, and I got cast for it. So that credit is definitely for Ranjit sir.
Definitely, sir. And thank you so much for giving us Vembuli. And I must say, with that, we are coming to the end of this interview. Truly, it was an honor to interview you. This is on my bucket list. I checked off.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. And all I can say is I'm really grateful. I'm from the bottom of my heart. Vembuli is very special to me. All I want to do is more and more characters, more and more films, and especially Tamil films. I'm so grateful to Tamil film industry for giving an actor like me such an opportunity to prove my talent and to come out. Like I said, it's not just a Tamil film. Sarpatta is an international film as of today, with the kind of hype, with the kind of making, with the kind of talk. It's a film which has just spread just by word of mouth. So thank you so much for all the love. And like Dr. Rajkumar, the Karnataka superstar, used to say, Abhimanigle Devru, which means the literal translation is, in Tamil you say, Makkalana Kadavul. So you guys are my God. So I exist because of your love. Today, the word Vembuli in itself is a hit because the audience has loved it. So do bless me, do pray for me that I can entertain you guys and I can do more and more characters.
Definitely, sir. We would love to see in diverse characters. We are looking forward to more of you in Tamil, especially. Of course, you can do in other language also, but we want to see you more in Tamil.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thanks a lot for that. And I'm going to take away your advice. Be prepared anytime. Just have a goal and keep, focusing on that and be prepared. So I'm going to take that away. Thanks a lot for your time, sir.
Thank you.